Here from VFit, and we are approaching a huge milestone at VFit next week, our 7th anniversary, or as we like to call it, our big birthday VFit Fest. Each year we love to celebrate, and man, 7 is just such a magical number, a blessing, and it's because of our amazing community and team, and so much has happened over the last 7 years, but it got me reflecting, and I wanted to share how VFit started, kind of the story, because if you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you're aligned with your purpose, I always encourage everyone to just take that leap, take that step, trust that the parachute will open. You learn as you grow, mistakes grow you. There's so many things along the way, but in honor of our 7th birthday, which kicks off next Monday, we're throwing a 7-day long, each year it gets a day longer, we call it a Fit Fest. So we already have our schedule loaded with our regular classes, but we're adding a bunch of goodness all next week. There's special workshops, there's parties, there's Manifest Monday, there's different classes. There's 21 special events actually on the schedule all next week. We open this up to friends and family, to anyone and everyone who wants to come celebrate. If you're watching this, if you're part of VFit, we want you there to celebrate this milestone. This is our gift to everyone. So if you're not a member, you can go ahead. We have passes. Just let us know. But leading up to that, over the next 7 days, so today being day 1 till Sunday, we're going to share something special, either out of the archives or something to inspire you, or some of the tools that we've created that are truly, truly life-changing at VFit and will change your relationship with health and wellness and your quality of life. So today I'm going to kind of give you the inspo, the background story, and then each day we'll share a tool here on social media and then by email. So if you're on our email list, that's probably the best place to get it because it has some of these are downloads and tools. But check in, we got your back literally. And just reflecting back, man, 7 years ago in October, I opened an online fitness studio, which is so funny because October isn't really when most fitness studios would open. People are going into the holidays and stuff like that. But I didn't know better. That's also a good business. Sometimes it's better not to know what you're getting into, right? Otherwise that would overwhelm and be intimidating. And I just had a passion for fitness, well-being. I mean, I think back at the time, my goodness, my middle son was 6 months old. My oldest was 2.5, so I still had 2 kids in diapers. Throughout the last 7 years, I always call VFit my 3rd baby, and then I had Kinley, who's now about to turn 4. So, where it began, I mean, I found my love of fitness, probably about 10, 11 years ago. I was kind of at a low in life. We had been married, we were trying to have a family, and it was just really freaking hard. My body wasn't cooperating. I had a couple miscarriages, which were just devastating, and I felt like I had no control over something I wanted so badly, and I was getting just in this negative spiral. And if you've ever been in one, it's really hard to get out. And it was like, instead of getting upset at myself, hating my body, just being unhappy, I could do something about it. And so I invited a friend to join me at the gym, and we started to go to the gym at our lunch break. And we would I've told this story, some of you have heard it several times, but we'd ride the elliptical. We didn't know what to do. We're just like, hey, let's go to the gym. It's good for you, right? And it was something fun to do together, always accountability. And slowly over time, when we were realizing like we really didn't know what to do and what we're doing wasn't really doing much besides like we're having fun, which is important, we started to peek into the fitness classes and the boot camp classes. And so we started to get into those, and group fitness changed my life. I still get chills. I still love it. I think I love it more as time goes on. It gets deeper and more meaningful, but group fitness is sharing this common value system with people that you might be so different in other areas of life or at different seasons of life, but you come together over this shared value that your health and well-being is important, and that it feels freaking good to work out and move your body and laugh with friends and show up together. And I was just hooked. And from then I went on and got my willpower certification, which I'm still teaching today, personal training I kind of went through the whole group fitness personal training. And at the time I was working an office job, which I now can't hope, well, no, I'm not one to sit down for that long during the day. So no, if you have an office job, I get it. I did it for many, many years, but I was working at an office job, had 2 young kids, and I wanted more time with them. And I started training clients one-on-one on Skype. That's how dated this is. This was probably, Emmy's 10 years, almost 10. So just about 9 years ago, I started training clients one-on-one on Skype. And it was awesome because I would wake up before my kids were up. They were up early. We'd meet for a half hour. I always felt a half hour was such a secret. Obviously, if you didn't have an hour, you couldn't go to the gym. So you needed a chunk of time that was like realistic to get in. And you can pack a lot in a half hour. So I'd back clients up in the morning, back to back, and I'd work from like 5:30 to 7:38 in the morning when my kids were sleeping. And I loved it. It was fun. It worked. There was that accountability of we're meeting, but I missed the group fitness. There's something, like I said, it's something so magical about a group of people together sharing this experience of fitness. And I didn't know, my husband kept going, you got to figure out how to do this like in a group setting. And at the time, I only knew Skype. There was only a couple messenger services. This was about 8 years ago now. And a friend, I just said, okay, I'll keep praying about it and we'll put it out there. And, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And then a friend in the industry, a good friend I've had for my life, who also is into health and fitness, asked me if I wanted to do a joint luncheon. What do we call it? Fit and Field, like a workshop online. She was living in New York at the time. I was in California. She was going to teach the cooking portion of the class. We give everyone ingredients and we cook. And then while it's cooking, we were going to go, I would lead the workout portion. Well, I was like, how are we going to do this? You're in New York, I'm in California. All I know is Skype. And you could do group stuff on Skype, but you literally had Skype. You had to like hand individually call each person, which is not realistic. That would take your whole half hour of fitness class. So she told me, she's like, I heard of this company called Zoom. Okay, this is 8 years ago. You all know Zoom now. You did not know Zoom 8 years ago. And they can fit, I think it was 50 people can come in a room at once and all be together. And I was like, that's mind blowing. So let's do this. So we did our little thing. We both put it out to our friends and family. And I think we had like 20 people and we figured out kind of the nuts and bolts of Zoom. And I'm like, it was like literally the lights opened and it was like, this is it. This is the way you can deliver group fitness. And so, from there, it was a lot of trial and error and just figuring out systems and how people, for me, it was really important that they had accountability. So you don't just show up when you feel like it. You had to sign up for the classes. I feel like that's really, really huge. And the number one objection still to this day is, well, I can't plan my workouts. How do I know? I just can't. And I'm always like, well, how's it going not planning it? And usually it's not happening. So at least give that method a try. When it's just like anything important, when it's on your schedule, when it's blocked out, you're going to show up. So that was important for me to have a system where people can sign up. And luckily there was MindBody and some other software in place that has that, and I still use to this day. And then also having kind of a diverse class schedule, so people from different time zones. So luckily 2 of my buddies in that teach fitness said, we'll help you. You can't teach all these classes on your own. So we made up the schedule, and I think I can look back in the archives, 10 classes that first week. We opened it up just like we do now. Have these free open house weeks. They're so important. You get to experience VFit. There's no string attached. We never ask for your credit card. It's truly like, come see what we love to do. I think we had to cancel half the classes the first week because no one signed up. I think half the classes had like 2 to 3 people, which I was like, people are coming. This is amazing. And I just started. And I always say, I'm so glad I actually didn't know what was to come. This was just a way to share a need that I had to have group fitness, but I didn't have the ability to get to the gym anymore. I had young kids. I lived out of town. There were all these obstacles. And then now, fast forward through 7 years, I've had another kid. There's been a pandemic. Everybody has seasons in their life where it is not possible to get to the gym on a regular and consistent basis. And it's so important for our health, our well-being, mental state of mind. I mean, I exercise because I always joke, and it's not even a joke, it makes me a better human being. And I was telling my class, my bar class this morning, I literally started VFit. I would prop up this iPad. This one probably doesn't even work anymore, nor like have any of the technology. This is like a version 1 iPad. I would prop this iPad up on a stool and I would teach my classes. And I had the worst internet too at the time because we didn't have the digital fiber optic that we have now. And so my classes would cut out, and oh, God bless everybody who stuck around for those first couple of years. There were some rough times. And then I took out this book that's super dusty because this says, I don't know if it's backwards on, Business Plan Kit for Dummies. I was definitely a business dummy at the time, and I thought I needed a book to teach me the way. Well, this book is dusty because it's never been used. I've never written one thing. I've never opened this book. And you know what? I'm okay with that because my heart, my gut, my intuition has always driven us in the right course. It's built this amazing team that we have at VFit, 12 trainers. My right-hand girl, Maria, who's here now, we go with our heart and our gut and our passion, and we know that's our purpose, is to serve our community, to show everyone that fitness is fun, and it could be chaotic at times with pets and dogs running around you. It could be peaceful and tranquil. It could be through a season really hard of loss of loved ones or health issues. We've had many members going through that, or cancer. At the other side, the birth of new life, and through pregnancies, through moves, through vacations. Like, VFit has been there when we say for our community and for us. Every trainer could vouch. No matter what. That's what I'm proud to stand on here. It's going to make me cry. 7 years later, that is what we're here for. That we're here for each other, no matter what. I did not plan to cry. I even got kind of ready. And that your health and your well-being matters in every single season of life. In fact, through the hardest ones, raising kids, having a career, if you're not healthy, if you're not well, none of the rest of that matters. As we get older, if you're not functionally fit, if you're not able to keep up with the activities of daily life, of chasing your grandkids, of hiking a mountain that you want to hike, like, this is what we're training for day in and day out. And whatever your dream is, obviously that's my passion. If it lights you up, if it gets you to cry, if it gets you to just really feel inspired, that's your gift, that's your passion. We talk about everybody has a gift, something to share, and thankfully we all have different things to share, because when I needed help with marketing or with copywriting or with just other things, I now have built a team or gone out and asked for help or hired coaches to help me in the areas that are not my strengths. So here we are celebrating 7 years of community, of function, of fun, of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And just, I'm so proud for what VFit stands for still today, true to our heart, to who we are, to our funny, quirky, chaotic selves. But we love what we do. We're darn good at it. I will say that for sure. And the community that has been built around us is just rock solid. So if you're not part of VFit, we would love to at least share next week with you. If you are, sign up. All the events are on the schedule. And again, even just following us on social media, that means a lot to us. If we can share with anybody and bring a smile to your face, or bring